Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode. I hope you are all having a great day. Today we go to ISM Raceway in both the Xfinity Series and in the Cup Series. Back in Xfinity, we once again had Noah Gragson in the car for the third race of the season. He's going to be kind of our main guy in Xfinity this season. Obviously, we're still going to have some other drivers, but Noah Gragson's going to be the main guy. He's definitely going to be our playoff driver likely this season. He started down in 40th after failing inspection, unfortunately, so not a good start to this race for Gragson. Obviously, that would kind of set us back throughout the whole race series. You see him towards the later stages getting a little bit aggressive there, making a pass for 22nd, but that was really as far as Gragson would be able to get as it came to about the final lap now in this race. Still P22 as he went down into this final few corners. Through turns 3 and out of turns 4, Gragson would come through to get a 22nd place finish. So not the greatest finish, obviously, but starting in the back certainly set our team and Gragson behind. So hopefully we can rebound at Auto Club. Obviously, one more race to go in the Xfinity Series as well for the West Coast swing. But now it's time to set our sights on the Cup race at Phoenix, a track that we usually run top 10 at. So I was expecting some decent things. Usually we qualify a little bit better than what we actually run. And now as we come through turns 3 and turn 4 on our qualifying lap now, it was a pretty decent lap. Last time out here we finished or qualified second. This time we would come through one spot worse and we will qualify P3 at ISM Raceway with a 26.855. So let's get into the action here at ISM Raceway.
Welcome to Avondale, Arizona and the recently rebranded ISM Raceway for today's running of the Ticket Guardian 500. ISM, formerly Phoenix International Raceway, recently completed a massive renovation that has dramatically improved the race experience for fans. One of the biggest changes was the moving of the grandstands to the south side of the track, giving spectators some much-needed shade. But this change meant the start-finish line and pits also needed to move to the former location of Turn 2. Will these new updates have a big impact on the outcome of today's race? Let's head on down to the track and find out.
Alright, we're ready to go green here for the Ticket Guardian 500 at ISM Raceway. Kyle Larson isn't nearly as fast as expected. They've been fighting their car all weekend. Clint Boyer didn't have a good practice session. That team knows they can do better. And Paul Menard crashed during qualifying, so he is starting in the back with a backup car. And that's our only notes coming into this race here at ISM Raceway as we're ready to go green behind the two Busch brothers. Kyle Busch on pole, Kurt Busch in second. Now the green flag is out, and we are underway at ISM Raceway right behind the 18 of Kyle Busch, getting right on his back bumper early on. Behind us, we have Eric Jones in that 5th position, as well as up on top, we have Kevin Harvick on my outside. Keselowski on Jones' outside now as we look to the inside of Kurt Busch here in turns 1 and turns 2. Kyle Busch clear very quickly for that lead position now as we're going to come out of turn 2 side by side with the one car of Kurt Busch as we battle down the back straightaway side by side into turns 3 and turns 4. We clear the one of Kurt Busch into turns 3. And a little bit sideways there on the exit of turn 4, but no big deal. Now as Kyle Busch leads the first lap. Obviously, Kyle Busch has been dominant already at the beginning of the season. Joe Gibbs Racing has won every race so far this season. Busch has won the first 2. Eric Jones won the last episode in Las Vegas. So we're going to see if they can make it 4 for 4 to start the season here today at ISM. And as usual, long-term speed is going to be a bit of a struggle for me at this racetrack, so I was just really trying to just do the best I can on the short run. But now I make a mistake at the turn 4, going a little bit wide. That allows Eric Jones actually to get to my inside, so he would go through to take over P2, and we would drop down to P3. Now as we came through on lap 4, Jones had taken the lead from Kyle Busch, but unfortunately I'm continuing to fall back. Ryan Blaney, he would come through to take the position away. We come to another few laps later there. You see Jamie McMurray had actually came through and passed me, so we had fallen down to the 5th position at this point as I was trying to keep up the battle, but I just didn't have anything for McMurray. Kyle Busch was also falling down the order. Blaney was moving forward. Eric Jones is trying to hold on to the lead now, and as we came to lap 7, McMurray now passing Kyle Busch, and I would come through on the inside to follow McMurray to try and take that position from Busch as we head down the back straightaway here on the 7th lap of 18 in the first stage as we go down into turn 3 side by side with Busch, but we clear him and get at least back into the 4th position, and we would kind of get stuck in P4 for a bit now as we came to lap 14 of 18 in the stage, still running P4. We would end up getting a caution, though, setting us up for a late stage restart. Jones lost the lead to Ryan Blaney, who gets ready to lead us through to the green here late in stage 1. Blaney and Jones on the front row as the green flag is back out. It is a 2-lap dash to end the first stage. Ryan Blaney went all of last season winless in our career mode, and now he looks to start the season strong here as we go down into turns 1 and turns 2. Keselowski and Harvick on the row behind as we're on the outside of Jamie McMurray as we try to push the 20 up ahead now as we come through turns 1 and now exiting turn 2, heading down the back straightaway. A lap and a half remain in this first stage. Clear on the bottom if I want to take it, but I'm going to try and use this outside here on McMurray now as we give Jones just a little tap to the bumper now as we come through turn 3 and exiting turn 4. Harvick looks to my inside as we come through to start the final lap side by side with the 4 of Harvick. He gets clear for the moment as we head down towards turns 1. We're going to stick our nose back up the outside. Ryan Blaney clear for the lead as the 2 drivers behind him battle it out side by side between McMurray and Jones. Now Jamie McMurray is clear for P2 as we're going to push the 20 down the back straightaway for the final time here in the first stage as we go down towards turns 3 side by side with Harvick. Now we make contact and up the hill we go towards the wall, but we hang onto the car, but that's going to allow Kyle Busch to get to my inside now as we exit turn 4. Blaney wins the stage and Kyle Busch edges me out for the 5th position, and we drop the P6 right at the end there, so still a decent finish to start stage 1. Chris Buescher up inside the top 10, so a great result for Buescher. We would stay out, no pit stop necessary at the end of the first stage when we would get ready to restart in the P6 here for stage 2. Ryan Blaney with a playoff point on the season. Now he is looking strong today. Maybe JGR is going to finally get beaten this season now as the green flag is out and we are starting the second stage now here at ISM Raceway. Behind us we got Buescher and our Hendrick Motorsports teammate of Chase Elliott as we head down towards turns 1 and turns 2 for the first time in the stage. McMurray leads the outside rows and make a little bit of contact there with Chris Buescher. Just a mistake on my part, turning in a little too hard there on the entrance of turns 1 now as we go down the back straightaway side by side still with the 37 of Chris Buescher, who's having a great run to start this race now behind Kevin Harvick, just about getting into his back bumper there as we come through turns 3 and turns 4. Buescher still on my inside as we just can't quite get clear of each other now as we cross the line to complete the first lap in this second stage as we head down towards turns 1, trying to get ahead of Buescher there, trying to at least get to that inside lane because the outside is so hard to make it work at this racetrack now as we exit turn 2, heading down the back straightaway once again. Blaney and Jones lead the way 1-2 as we head down into turn 3, now clear of Buescher, but now at this point we have Kevin Harvick on my inside as we come through turns 3 and turns 4. And I was certainly fighting pretty hard at this point, trying to hold on to whatever positions I could because obviously the tires are going to wear. We want the best spot possible at the end of the second stage to set us up for the final stage, but we would drop down to P7 now as we came to lap 9 of 15 in the second stage. At this point, Joey Logano now putting on the pressure on me as we went down towards turns 3, and now McMurray just in front of us on the outside. He gets down to the bottom there, and now we try to look to the inside of McMurray, not able to make it work, and we go wide now on the exit of turn 4, and that allows Joey Logano to look to my inside. Just one slight mistake, and Logano pounces and takes over P7 as we drop to P8 now as we went down towards turns 1 and turns 2, trying to at least battle back, but I didn't have anything for him at this point, really. Now as we come out of turn 2, just barely able to stick there, but you see just how tight we are on the exit of the corner. It was certainly a struggle at this point, and we would end up losing a few more positions, or one more position. We would jump to P9 behind Martin Truex Jr., who had run me down as well. Now we have Chris Buescher right behind us as we're approaching the white flag in stage 2 at this point, just losing so much time right now, and I was really just excited to get this stage over with and get some fresh tires on this car as the white flag for stage 2 is now in the air. Chris Buescher now putting on the pressure as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2, sliding into the entrance of the corners. The same issue last time we were here is at the end of the second stage. I was really slidey on entrance, and it's happening again today now as we head down the back straightaway into turns 3 and turns 4 for the final time here in the second stage, sliding onto the entrance, but we're going to be able to hold on now as we exit turn 4. We're going to come through to get P9 here in stage 2, holding off Chris Buescher as he gets P10. Our teammate Chase Elliott just barely misses out on any stage points there, so I think we're the only Hendrick car to get stage points. Ryan Blaney wins the second stage, gets another playoff point. We would take 2 cans of fuel and 4 tires, setting us up for P9 here on the restart to start the final stage. Ryan Blaney and Eric Jones have been the class of the field so far today. Now as the green flag is out and the final stage is underway, can Ryan Blaney get his first win in over a season in our career mode? He certainly looks to have the pace to do that. today. Now as we head down into turns 1 on the inside of Kyle Busch, almost looking to the inside there of Martin Truex Jr. is actually just about drove right into his back bumper there as we exit turn 2, heading down the back straightaway side by side now with the 40 of Jamie McMurray. He gets clear as we go down towards turn 3, but now we're going to stick our nose back up the inside, make it 3 wide there with Truex and McMurray trying to get up into P6, but we do not make the move work as we lose so much momentum on the exit of the corner. Now as we cut the dog leg to start this second lap here in the final stage. Now as we go down towards turn 3, once again looking to the inside of the 40 car of Jamie McMurray, the best running Chip Ganassi racing car right now in the field. Now as we exit turn 2, down the back straightaway, barely clear of McMurray, and we take over P7 as we go down towards turn 3. We're going to look up the inside now of Kevin Harvick and try to take over the 6th position as we would come out of turn 4 and have the edge on him and slide up just in front of him to clear him for the 6th spot. And as we came through now to lap 48, we had actually let McMurray get back up the inside. Chase Elliott had joined the party. Some cars had fallen back like Kevin Harvick, so we were just kind of just trying to maintain our position, but obviously on this outside not working out for me now as McMurray, like I said, got back to my inside. He would come through down the back straightaway trying to take over that spot as Chase Elliott is certainly showing some more speed here in this final stage as he was trying to follow through on the inside as well. And like I said, Eric Jones has started up there in second for the final stage. He is now falling behind me, and as he went down towards turn 3 now on lap 52, Truex was starting to fall back as he had gotten passed by McMurray and Elliott, so I would come through to look to his inside. Eric Jones was now starting to get back into the mix. It looked like he was losing so much speed, but now he's really gaining it back. He was running us down now as we went into turn 3, trying to clear the 19 of Truex. We do clear him and take 6 back over from Martin Truex Jr. now, and as we came through on lap 55, looking now to the inside of Jamie McMurray for the position, but we get sideways touching the yellow line, and up the track we go now, and McMurray and Jones are both going to go and just drive right on past me. Thankfully, though, we keep it out of the wall or anything after that save. Now, as he came to lap 59, though, still right on the back of McMurray. Now looking to the inside of him again, trying to get back into that 6th position as we're going to run him up the hill a little bit of contact there with Jamie McMurray now as we exit the corner side by side using the dog leg now as we come through back onto the track, still behind McMurray, but we're going to send it in deep now into turns 1. And this time we just about clear, but not able to quite do so now as we come through the center of the corner. We do have the momentum, though, this time to clear Jamie McMurray. And we were running down lap traffic, so as we came to lap 63, right behind the lap car, Parker Kligerman, and we make it 3 wide with Eric Jones and Chase Elliott trying to gain as many spots as possible here with this lap car, Parker Kligerman in the way. But Elliott, he is at least able to stay ahead of me for the moment now as we hit 15 laps to go in this race. But we're going to go down into turns 1 and send it in pretty deep and try to take over the position from Elliott now as we close in on the back of Logano, who is stuck behind the lap car of Ryan Truex there as we just barely clear the 9 of Elliott, just about putting him in the wall now as we head down towards turns 3, closing in on Logano, and he dumps Ryan Truex as we go through the center of the corner, and the caution's going to fly late in ISM. Joey Logano just straight up dumped Ryan Truex, and here's going to be a POV replay of my point of view as we went down towards turn 3. You see Logano, he just drives straight into the back of Truex. I get on the apron a bit trying to avoid him, and we do avoid him and get up to P4 as obviously the caution, like I said, would fly, and we would get ready to restart in the 4th here as Ryan Blaney and Brad Keselowski start on the front row now as the green flag is back out. Now 11 laps remain here in ISM Raceway, trying to push Keselowski up ahead now as we go down towards turns 1. And we're going to try and take it maybe 3 wide if we can play our cards right as we go into turns 1 and trying to make it happen, but unfortunately it does not work out now as Ryan Blaney is clear for the lead as we exit turn 2, just about getting into the wall there, but thankfully staying out of it now as we're going to fall in line behind the 9 of Chase Elliott as we go down into turn 3 just in front of Jamie McMurray. Looking at the inside of the 9 there as we exit turn 4, and Jamie McMurray hits me in the back, and sideways we go as we exit turn 4, and Truex came through to hit me as well, and now we come through across the line, dropping all the way down to P33 here with 10 laps to go. I just barely got tapped in the right rear by McMurray, and sideways I went, and then Truex just came through and hit me from behind and kind of just gave the last blow to me there and just sent me all the way down towards the inside wall. Thankfully we held on to it, but unfortunately that would ruin our race as we're already approaching the final lap, going 3 wide there with Landon Castle and Cody Ware, trying to get whatever positions we can as we start this final lap now, gaining nothing so far, but we have 2 spots available right in front of us now as we go down into turns 1 and turns 2 for the final time here in ISM Raceway. Ryan Blaney continued to lead this race as we exit turn 2, clear of Cody Ware for P32 as we go down the back straightaway, hitting the outside wall now as we go down towards turn 3 for the final time in ISM Race. We're going to send it in deep up the inside now of the 00 of Landon Castle and Reed Sorensen, making contact with them as we exit turn 4, and we're going to come through to get the 32nd position at ISM Raceway. Very unfortunate, but Ryan Blaney has locked himself now into the playoffs with a victory here at ISM Raceway today. Last season he didn't win, he missed the playoffs. thankfully for him, that's not going to happen this season now, as he is locked in a very unfortunate end to our day, as we ran top 10 all day, and then in the final 10 laps it fell apart there after that incident with McMurray, and then Truex just kind of finishing me off. Unfortunate for us, but obviously we just got to keep our heads up and focus on the next one, which will be Auto Club. Martin Truex Jr. not happy with us, so I provoked him, and now he is only 1 bar away from being a rival, so maybe I shouldn't have done that, but he was a part of the reason why I got so far down towards the inside wall when I got punted there, so very annoyed with that. But in the next episode, we do go to Auto Club for both the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series Auto Club, a track we finished second at once in our rookie season, but we haven't really been able to finish that high since then, but hopefully we can do that next time around. It's a nice track to race at. It's certainly a fun track, so we'll see how it goes. So here is the playoff standings that we will check out before we end this episode. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Those would all be very appreciated. There you see the playoff grid now. Joe Gibbs Racing finally didn't win a race, so now Ryan Blaney is the other driver to win 3 different winners so far this season, with Eric Almirola the last car in the playoffs. So that'll do it for this episode. I'd like to thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch this one and any other videos. So thank you all, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.